on the game and how it all played today?
Yeah, firstly on the weekend, two good wins. I thought, it's something we've got to be really good at this. We've got the same schedule the next 2 weeks and being away on Friday and coming home on Sunday, and so it was really, this week was about trying to find the right process about how much information you can give between the games and how we go about that one. So the evidence of the first 3 quarters to say on a short amount of prep and video and things that we were pretty good in our scout. Obviously a team that we got the opportunity to play in the Blitz, maybe a little different teams that you haven't had a chance to play against, but yeah, I thought we were exceptional. What we hold them to, the 14 and 17 for 3 quarters, so that's who we want to be. Then there's 2 other parts, obviously, how that happened, and we kind of talked about we hadn't shot the basketball well, this year, and so we felt like we were due to shoot the basketball well, and I think Shea and Delhi probably had the same looks that they had in Perth, but they knock in 3, tonight, which is really important, and CG, got cooking there, and it was a pretty deep one that had me turned around. That was pretty nice. But yeah, and then there's 2 other things to talk about in this game. I think obviously, we have 8 turnovers in the 4th quarter, and we don't get that margin to really get some of the young kids to play. That was part of a little bit of disappointment at the end there, and it's not easy. Being 25 up, the score always seems to end up between 15 and 20 and different things, and their pressure was good and forced us to really have to be good against that pressure. So it's a learning and something we can be better at. And then obviously Delhi, to see him exit the game with a concussion, and there's a couple of things that great weekend, but a couple of things that a little bit flat about at the game in the end.
How is Delhi, and does he immediately go into like a 12-day sort of thing, or how's it working?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just, obviously we got him home. It was pretty quickly, and so yeah, he'll be assessed, and obviously there's a little bit of history there in his career and things as well. So just feeling for him right now.
And how concerning is it, given the games you have, as you say, two each weekend coming up, that's potentially could miss 3, 4, whatever?
Yeah, we'll find out more information. Just more concerned about him right now, and we saw too much of it last year, and we were kind of knocking on wood to say we'd seen all the concussions that we wanted to see for a long time, and just hope he's doing good.
Shane was into his groove today, wasn't he? And which is probably handy if Daly does miss some time.
Yeah, he had to step up, and we feel like we've seen it coming over the last little bit, and he kind of got to a little flat patch, and then we just been finding his way out of it. And I thought the shots he had in Perth, there was 2 of them that just really rimmed out for him, and then he came in and closed out with his free throws, and tonight to have 8 assists as well, and starting to get back to the show that we've seen over the past few years, and certainly his World Cup form as well. So just had a little bit of a lull after that World Cup where I thought he was brilliant, and now we ramp him back up again and get him confident with his shot. He's been winning the halfway shootouts, so now he's knocking in some threes, which is great.
Happy about that.
Means I'm not winning them.
How about your second period? 4 3-pointers, you really turned the game on its head, but I'm guessing that's part to do with the work of the other players, getting your shots, good shots.
Yeah, we got stops. We held them to pretty low numbers, and we were just kind of clicking in the way that the bigs were helping us. Us guards, the guards were then, returning the favour, blocking out, tough shots, and that's the way we want to play. We want to force teams to shoot tough shots so we can get it off the rim, and we got multiple guys that can push the pace and try and find shooters. So clicked a little bit in that first half.
Chris, how tough was it for you to see Delhi go down? Because you've been around him plenty. You're one of the first guys over to him as well. And how tough was that?
Yeah, it's tough. Like as Dean said, we've seen too much of this, and whenever people get hit in the head, it's like, you just want to make sure they're okay, and I could kind of tell he wasn't, and he's had a history of this as well when he was in the NBA, so it's not something you like to see. We hope he's okay. All that is important right now is that, he's okay and he'll be on the mend soon.
Given his history, how brave is it for him to actually put himself in that hole?
He was there a couple of times that they look like charges, and that's the way he plays. He puts his body on the line. He, no fast breaks ever over when he's involved in it, because he's a specialist at getting his feet outside the line, getting his body set, and taking a charge. So he only knows one way to play, and if he didn't play like that, he wouldn't be Delhi.
Chris, can you talk a bit about Shay's role in sort of your success, especially today? Just his creation and always seemingly knowing where you are on the floor? Yeah,
we've played together for a long time, so I'm always sniffing around when he's got the ball, and we've probably not as many interactions in the first few games as we work new guys in, and we try and get everyone involved, but it was just a little run of time there where I was sniffing him out, and he could tell I was, so he was trying to get me some shots. Thanks, Shill.
Dean, second straight game where you've kept it at your pace. I think you kept Perth into a really low pace, and this Brisbane team's also a high-paced team, and you kept it to yours outside of that fourth quarter. What do you think the key is to making sure the game is played at your pace?
Yeah, there's a part of it where we still believe that our running game, it can go up a little bit. We've kind of felt like we've been probably a little bit too low. So hopefully we can, as the year goes along, we can reward ourselves for playing the defence and get a couple more, Ariel running on the rim or LT making those decisions, and a few more wide open threes in transition. So I'd still like to see the pace lift a bit, but we've had control of those games for. I'm not sure if we were ever down against Perth, or a couple of tied games, different things. And today, had the momentum the whole game as well. So, I think we could just frustrate teams a little bit right now and take them out of their rhythm offensively. So, can we add to that with kicker heads and pushing the basketball and create really good open shots? But there's a discipline to want to move the basketball and make sure we share it as well, which is important.
Is there anything a little bit extra, maybe a little bit special about going up against Justin and making sure that from the lesson here, he still has not defeated you?
Nah, not at all. No, it was another game in that regard. Knew he'd never quit, and we saw it against the Kings. We talked about it to say, they put up 35 points against the Kings the other night when they were in a similar situation, and when they play with that kind of pressure and they're all on board, they're a tough team to go against.
Dean, are you concerned you're going to cop more presses after that fourth quarter, or is it just a bit of aberration that the guys has got a bit?
Yeah, no, I felt like we were a couple of possessions away from really playing our young guys and stuff, and I thought, even down the stretch, I wanted other people to feel some pressure tonight, just to put Kyle Bowen in those situations, let him have to, deal with those pressure situations, and have Flynn Cameron kind of, go against some pressure and stuff as well. And I thought, there'll be growth from those two guys to, what happened with them tonight. But yeah, I don't think so. I encourage teams to come and press us. I think we can attack it pretty well, and we've been shown against Perth the other night. They came early with some press, and Tanner Krebs got a wide open three, and we're going to live with attacking pressure.
Dan, you must be happy with Porty's performance today, a double-double. Would you say it's his best game so far this season? Yeah,
there's the growth in his post-game to, where it was probably everybody knew a little bit what he was going to do, but now he's got the one extra step through and, the composure to go finish, and so that's been a massive growth. People are finding him on the lobs, and then I'm, really trusting him. He made one of two, I think, tonight from the foul line, but, trusting him when he's going to the foul line that he's going to knock it in at a good percentage as well. But yeah, the rim protection of Rob and him in the keyway, I think they, 44 against in the paint is probably one of our higher ones for the year. But you probably look at that number at three-quarter time and you say, yeah, we probably held them to 35% in the paint again. And those two guys have been exceptional.
Is Joe any chance for next weekend, or is he still another week on?
Yeah, his progress has been fantastic. So. We'll go through all the things next week, and we'll probably have something for you later in the week about where he's at.
Has there been any consideration to how to maybe keep Rob Lowe on your team? Because he's been extremely...
We love him, and we would love, obviously, whatever happens if Delhi misses a few games. So we'll just see what happens with Delhi, and then see where Joe's at. And we love having Rob Lowe around. He was fantastic in Perth. He really enjoyed, that win over there, and IQ around the group. He's just enjoying his basketball, and it's fun to see.